Hi, I'm EMERALDLOUU. This is my channel on YouTube and I'm so happy to see you. Welcome everyone to my channel. Here on my channel, I do rants and reviews. And today we're going to review Life After Lockup Season 3, Episode 34, Life, Death, or Bruise. This was the season finale episode. It was a 2-hour long season finale. And the first time I watched it, I was like, when is it gonna be over? So when I had to rewatch it again, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was like, oh my God, I'm dreading the fact that I had to watch 2 hours of Life After Lockup again. But it's because they gave us all of those couples. They gave us all of the couples. We saw all of the couples. And basically, it's wrapping up the season. Please, please, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment down below, and I hope you enjoy the content. I hope we can share the same opinions. And if we don't, heck, let's talk about it. Change my mind. Make me see that I am saying something that could be wrong, okay? But anyways, I just had Toll House cookies. Oh snap, I gotta put my Rocky Road on. But let's get into it. So, you guys, the episode starts off with SHAVEL and Quaylin. Should I give my opinion as the scenes go or at the end? Let's do it as the scenes go. So, we know as the audience that when Quaylin left, SHAVEL was trying to do some slick-ish and wanted to go and meet up with Jay. She went on a date with Jay. She was trying to do it as a get back because she felt like, okay, Quaylon left, because he said his name was Quaylon. Quaylon left and made her feel like, you know, he didn't care, right? She also told us, the audience, she ain't planning on telling Quaylon. This is the thing about doing stuff behind people's back. You don't do that. Because what is done in the dark will come to the light. You can't think you being sneaky. You can't be in a relationship and have secrets because it all comes out. And look how it came out. You just left your phone outside. You want to go talk to your mom outside. And boom. And y'all, I don't blame Quaylon for getting mad. Let me tell you why. You weren't honest. Yes, Quaylon wasn't honest because you found those text messages. But now, here you are. You did some get back-ish. And you couldn't expect for somebody to find out you were doing something grimy and to get upset at them because it's really what he said. You making me feel like I'm doing everything wrong and I am like a horrible person, but then you doing the same thing, slightly the same thing. And Quaylon even said that there was some, you know, kind of freak going on in the phone. Like, what was y'all doing? Sexting? Like sending each other's messages about, you know, things of that nature, like naughty messages, because that's what he alluded to. So you don't get into a relationship, think you're gonna have any secrets and think they're never gonna come out. They end up outside. Quaylin and SHAVEL are still arguing. And he goes to the truck. He gets in the truck, he wants to leave, but of course production is blocking him. He can't get out. Quaylon is in the truck and he's closed off in there. SHAVEL is, you know, give me my phone. It's not your phone. So after a while, Quaylon was like, okay, you know, whatever. So he gets out the car, takes the phone and throws it down on the ground. Now that was uncalled for, but I guess he was frustrated. Then we go on to see Christiana on the swings waiting for Tara to come through so they could talk. And Tara's like, is that my sissy? So then Christiana goes right into it. Were you flirting with my man? Did you have sex with my man? What was going on? When she was telling Tara, she was like, Mom said she was hearing some things. And she was like, Mom doesn't even know. I forgot exactly what she says, but she was trying to say, like, Mom doesn't know her front from her back. Well, you know, basically, like, why you talking about your mama like that? Chris also says that she gonna beat Tara behind if slept with John. She is ready to get a popping because if you, my sister, my best friend, slept with my man, I'm going to have to lay the hands on you, okay? So they're gonna go and say, well, what did you expect? We bonded. I was there. You wanted me there. I know his routine. I know when he goes to work. I know how he likes his eggs. I mean, what did you think? I mean, I can see the thing of I lived with the person, so I know them, but the way she's saying it, it's kind of like, pow. I know him. You don't know him. You only knew him for 3 months. I know him for months. Ha ha. How you like that? Okay? You think you know him? I know him. Girl, who you think you is? You was up in the prison house. You told me to come be here. I'm not the one who asked you to bring me here. And it's not my fault your man is trifling. Christiana tells us that she doesn't like getting emotional, and usually she gets high to block off her emotions. She feels out of place. And Tara's like, yeah, you know, you shouldn't trust him. Yeah, And I feel like Tara low-key wants John, so she gonna go ahead and try to dog him out to Christiana, because if I can't have him, you can't. Oh, you think he gonna love you? And he, like, to Tara is like, he likes me, he loves me, he wants me, he wanted me, but he dogged your kids. You guys, I don't know. The dynamic of Christiana and Tara's sister friendship is not genuine. I don't get genuine vibes from it. It feels very forced and very fake. Every time they're like, sister, sissy, it's like, you guys are not best friends because you slept with her man and now you try to sleep with her man. And let's not forget, Tara wanted Christiana to turn herself in real quick on the tip. Okay? I don't even know if it had been, how long it had been when Tara met John. Because Christiana was let go. She met up with her mom. She met up with her sister. She was supposed to go to the halfway house. She relapsed. She escaped the halfway house because I guess they kicked her out. Then she went back to jail because she had to turn herself in. And we all remember Tara was like, oh no, you got to go today. And then they were like, oh, I'll go tomorrow. She's like, no, you should go today. You shouldn't be around. So Marcelino was talking to Brittany and he was basically saying, like, you haven't had time for us. You haven't been available. You've been more focused on your mom. I feel like I'm an only parent, or what did he say? Full-time parent or something like that, or single dad. And basically, like, he's very negative towards Cynthia. Like, oh, she's gonna go back to the stuff. I don't know why you're doing all this. She could try that. She don't see it, that she's gonna do it again. And I feel like Marcelino is just too much. Like, he just comes off too much. Like, you could just be like, Brittany, babe, I love you. You know, I know you're trying to help out with your mama, but I'm going to need you to remember us, okay? Like, I understand you want to help your mama. You love her. Just, okay, you know, this going to be the last time. And that's it. But help your mama if you got to. But he was just like, oh, you think she's going to stay clean? She ain't going to stay clean. She going to go back to the crack pot. She going to go back to the pills. She going to go back to the alcohol because she can't stay clean. And watch, I'm telling you and I'm showing you, and you going to see your mama ain't shit. Might as well just say that. Your mama ain't gonna be, and it won't be, and you gonna see it, okay? Because that's the vibe he was giving. So then Amber is at work, and she gets a phone call from Queen. Her name is Queen. Okay. Queen calls Amber and be like, I don't know where Puppy is. I don't know what's going on with Puppy. I've been calling her. I can't reach her. Can you just go check up on her to make sure she's okay? Because I don't know what's up with her. So Amber gets in her car. She drives to the little house. Well, it's not a little house. It's a big house. And she pulls up and she's looking for Puppy. Puppy, Puppy, Puppy. Puppy, 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 Puppy. John is with this, like, crater face ass man named Joe. and he's blaming Lacey. Listen, I don't like the fact that John blames Lacey for like his drug addiction. Like, he was saying that Lacey is worse than heroin, but now he's just like, it's triggering me, it's making me want to use, so he's doing methadone, which, bravo for ya, you're being clean. He's doing methadone, and he's talking to Crater Face Joe about like how it's like so hard, and he doesn't like, you know, it's like just so difficult, but he's trying to do methadone because he wants to stay clean. So then they show Lacey's house. She opens her mailbox and finds a letter from John. She finds a letter from John. She reads it, and then she crumbles it up and throws it in the trash. She said, "Good luck to you. I always love you because we got history, but do you. Like, do you. It's all good, homie. It's good." Because she loved her man Shane, okay? This made us see how they do the whole thing. The confessional look is basically like what I got right here. So it's basically what I got right here. Something holding up a camera, but in my case, it's a phone. And then the person sitting in the chair like I am, and this is how they do the confessional. I was like, oh, y'all letting us see. So he goes to, I guess, throw up because he's having a bad reaction to the methadone this day. Is it methadone? Am I saying it right? Methadone. He's having a bad reaction to methadone, so he goes to throw up, you know, to feel better. So then Lacey with her man, Shane. Shane is painting the walls of the baby nursery. And, you know, they still don't know the sex of the baby, but he's painting the walls. I guess it was like a pinkish purplish color. You know, it was really cute. They kiss. He talks to the baby. They're happy. And I hope it stays that way for them, you know? I hope it does. Let's get into Sarah and Malcolm. So Malcolm asked Sarah if she's been having sex with Michael. And she's like, is that what you think? Do you think I'm sleeping with him? Well, I don't think it's any of your business. I just don't think you have a right to ask me that question. Don't be up in my vagina, okay? You're in my vagina. Don't do that, okay? It was, it was like, I don't have to answer that question. I'm just not going to answer that question. You feel me? Like, no, ew. Why are you doing this? And so that's when, you know, Malcolm was like, so why am I here? Okay, what is my purpose? Why you call me? What you got me here for? Like, why am I here for? Like, girl, tell me, okay? And Sarah's like, oh, well, you know, we had a good vibe. We enjoyed each other's company from time to time. And, you know, I was thinking we could keep it cool, calm, and collected, you know, on a platonic level. Basically, Sarah wanted Malcolm to be her side nigga. She wanted Malcolm to be at her beck and call, to be like, hello, I want some dick. Are you available? Okay, can we hang out and drink and then do the do? Like, because, you know, her and Michael Sweat, they got an open marriage. But he was like, no, thank you. I want no parts of this entirely. No parts of this. I wish you good riddance, good luck. Hold it down. You be you, you be good. Okay, boo? Okay. Maybe in another life or something, but nah, we good with this. Y'all, Sasha is like making me cringe because she is thirsting for Michael's pee-pee. Like, Sasha, like Sasha keeps like kissing on him and grabbing his chin. I am not gonna be grabbing no man's chin because you need to grab my chin. You need to touch my chin and kiss me. If I'm gonna kiss you, I'm gonna wrap my arms around you and I'm gonna push my face in and you push your face in and then we kiss. But I'm not gonna be like grabbing your chin like, come here, boy, let me kiss you. So, no, I didn't like that. Michael's like, no, you know, I want to be a good girl. I want to be a good man. But you tempted me. And she's like, oh, I don't know if it's the ice cream I just made, but it's like, something's going on in my belly right now. Who's working for it? They would have showed them at a hotel room or something if they did anything. So I'm pretty sure they didn't. But she was putting in that effort. But Michael was like, it's like, you know what? I'm going to try to be good. I don't want to do that. Michael said, as much as I want to be inside you, that made me cringe, that made me uncomfortable, and I felt disgusted. Take him saying that and the way Sasha's being thirsty, this scene made me uncomfortable, and I wanted it to end because it was disgusting at every meaning of the word, with every letter, the meaning. Disgusting. It was disgusting. Bing, bam, boom, bam, bitty, bam, bam. Lacey and Shane are having a baby girl. Puppy is face down in the pool, just swimming and floating around. So Amber's telling her, get out. What are you doing? She's like, I'm just chilling. I don't know why you acting like this. Relax. She's like, never be. What are you doing? And she's like, why are you yelling? Why are you so mad? And her one eyelash is off. And she's like, oh, my eyelash fell off, you know. And they get in there and basically Amber's like, I'm done. I can't do this. You're irresponsible. You're not on the same path as me. You know what? We good off of this. And she's like, what do you mean? Amber, I love you. And Amber's like, no. Don't say that because it's not true. You don't love me and don't love yourself. This is not what we talked about. And it's like, well, Amber. We don't know what you told Puppy on the phone, okay? Puppy is just so invested into Amber. And she's just so into Amber. And it's like Amber is the air that she breathes. And it's kind of creepy and it's kind of sad because Amber kept telling Puppy that she never was with a woman before. So Puppy would have been the first woman that Amber was ever with. You feel me? So given the fact that Amber also said that her and Puppy talked and the plan was Amber gonna get a dude, Puppy gonna get a dude, and they're gonna keep it together and do the thing. But I don't know along the lines if Puppy misunderstood something or if Amber is lying to us. But it just seems a little bit like, dang, like, girl, like, why are you acting like this? You gonna die without Amber. Then turn into an alcoholic off of the Amber. But okay, so Amber is telling her, like, you know what, I'm gonna distance myself from you because Amber just doesn't want to go back. She doesn't want to go back to the prison. She doesn't want to go back to that lifestyle. She doesn't want to deal with that stuff anymore. So to her, it's like, yo, I'm really serious about this. Like, if you can't stay on a path that's good, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't care if I love you. I don't care if you mean something to me, but get it together. I could understand that. And it was kind of like she was talking to Puppy like a parent, but at the same time I kind of understood because Puppy was just not doing the good stuff and the good things. Like, she was drinking too much, not showing up to work. She wasn't doing something, but I think she should have gave Puppy a chance to transition because it might have been that she gave up on Puppy a little too quick. She was in concrete clear. Is concrete even clear? But she was in concrete clear to Puppy about her intentions, about her feelings. Remember, she kept dodging Puppy when she asked her questions. When she wanted clarity, she kept dodging it. She just changed the subject. So Puppy is a little lost, but I wish she would take her focus off of Amber and focus on herself. She threw the bottle as a way to prove to Amber that she would change, but then goes back and picks it up and starts drinking again. I don't know how someone could drink that much. Once I feel like, okay, that's enough, that's enough. And it's like Puppy just keeps drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking and doesn't care. Like, alcohol poisoning is real, people. Okay, so Andrea is getting ready for her party. All of a sudden, she's an African queen, but she's doing an African theme. So Nyla's getting everything set up, and she's feeling the pressure because she wants everything to be good and perfect or look good for her mother. Shantae shows up, the friends show up, everything is nice, and, you know, we're going to celebrate Andrea's birthday. The black friend goes to warn Andrea to tell her, hey, I just want to let you know before we sit down that some things might be said that yada, yada, yada. Just a heads up. While I appreciate the heads up, let's keep it real. You were the one that pointed out that Andrea was wearing a short dress. You pointed it out, then the other girls piggybacked on it. So how about you just say that you mentioned that she was wearing a short dress instead of trying to make it seem like, oh, the girls, whatever. Even though y'all was all talking about it, you brought it up. Number two, what kind of friends are going to bring up something so silly at a birthday dinner or a party? If it's my birthday party / dinner or an event for a special day of my life, don't bring me the BS. Call me the day after, once I'm down from my high of happiness, and then tell me this is what I thought, okay? Not the day of the lady's birthday dinner. I didn't like that, you know? And she goes over and she's talking, and, you know, she just makes it clear. You know, what have you done lately in the past, what she said, 6 months? And then Carrie was like, oh, with COVID. And she said, Andrea said, COVID's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. I still went out there and helped people. The blood of Jesus is stronger than COVID. So that right there, And Andrea, to me, was actually being reasonable. When she was speaking calmly. She was explaining everything calmly. And it was when she asked the question of, or implicated that she doesn't feel safe walking through her mailbox in Watts, LA. And Carrie was like, no. She said she tries to teach her kids not to gangbang, not to do this, not to do that. Things that's not mentioned in the Mormon Bible. And then Carrie was like, okay, well, it's everywhere. And I feel like she discredited Andrea and Andrea's experience. Andrea said she's trying to incorporate the Mormon Bible into her lifestyle, even though there's some things in the Bible that she's going through and she's trying to figure it out. And she never said that nobody else deals with it, but because she lived in Utah and she knows what it's like in Utah, she's telling her friends from Utah that it's not the same. And Carrie discredited her. And I'm sorry, but I agree with Andrea's reaction. Because I'm telling you that it's been hard for me right now. And y'all worried about underwear and how I'm dressed. She wants to dress how she wants to dress. Okay? She's thick. She got the thighs like I do. She got the arms like I do. You know, she's thick all over. She's jiggly. And her man loves her the way she is. And she's just being a little bit, you know, she's just doing her thing. You know? And let's not forget, Carrie said, I'm out of shape and I have to walk 1 mile to my mailbox. To compare to what Andrea deals with in LA. This is how it gets a little tricky being friends with someone from a different background than you and not being identical to you and trying to maintain a friendship. And trying to get them to understand. So shout out to people who are in interracial relationships, because being friends with someone else who don't see what you see is difficult. Imagine being in a relationship and having a romantic relationship with somebody who don't understand what you go through. Shout out to y'all, because that was cringy. Like, oh, well, I have to walk a mile to my mailbox and I'm risking getting run over. What? Okay, so then Brittany and Cynthia are on their way to see an advisor. Cynthia makes a joke like, when do you do these things? Well, while I'm asleep, while I'm taking a nap? Is that when you schedule all these meetings and everything? Cynthia says she ain't doing no inpatient. She says she want outpatient. Okay, I want to leave when I leave and come in when I need to come in, but I don't want to live here and have myself be on lockdown and oh my god, they're watching me, restrictions, I don't like it. They go to the place and they're talking to the guy. Cynthia says that she feels like she's suffocating. She feels like she can't breathe. That, you know, she's been dealing with trauma since she was a child. When they're talking to the counselor and Brittany says that, you know, her issue with her mom, and then her mom was like, oh, well, we don't disagree on the pills, but I want my pills. And the man calls her out, and I like this. He was like, but you just said, like, you suffocating, but you want to take the pills. And when he said cognitive dissonance, why I sound like I said it retarded? When he said cognitive dissonance, she was like, what's that? Cognitive dissonance, what is that? Is he calling me stupid? But he was just trying to tell Cynthia, like, you can't say, like, you feel like you're suffocating, but then you're taking pills that's basically suffocating you. Like, you gotta choose one and realize that you're like, you playing yourself. So Brittany was like, oh, I haven't seen my mom be so open about her addiction. And she's doing progress. And I'm proud of her. And I'm like, Brittany, relax, okay? You're getting a little too excited, a little too soon. So then we see Brittany's mama standing in front of the courthouse. And she's seeing that Brittany's in the courthouse and they don't want anybody in and whatever. We see Brittany come out with this guy wearing a t-shirt and jeans. And Destiny, did I say Brittany? Brittany is wearing a little dress and some little heels. And the man is wearing a t-shirt and some jeans. And we found out they just got married. So why do you look all like, okay, kind of looking cute and fixed up, and he looking like I just rolled out of bed and pulled on a pair of jeans and put on a t-shirt. And he also looks confused. Like, is this a hired actor? Because he was like, what do I do next? Do I turn this way or do I? Oh no, you can't see me. Oh no. It was just really weird. But he looked out of place. Destiny says, even though she just got married, she's still gonna ask Sean for some money. And he got $50,000 on the line, so if he's smart, he'll be careful. Because if she wants, she could just not show up to the court. So if he wants her, if he wants her to do the right thing, he better give her the money. He better pick up her phone calls and do whatever she says, or she gonna mess him up with that $50,000. And she says that she was talking to Jason, her new husband, at the same time she was talking to Sean. She said that they started dating a month after she got, did she say a month after? Or she dated him for a month? But basically, they dated while she was over there at her sister's house. And now they're married. The mama was like, it's a little sudden. When it doesn't work out. Oops. I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to work out. But I'm saying it's a little sudden. And, I'm saying this don't seem like it's going to work out. But I'm not saying it's not going to work out. She said that the relationship with Jason is different than the relationship with Sean because there's no lying and they're open. But you're a liar. But you're a manipulator. I guess it only applies to the other person, but it doesn't apply to you, right, Destiny? You could do whatever you want to do. You can lie and cheat and manipulate all you want, but the other person can't do it, right? Oh, okay. But Destiny has court in 1 week to figure out or find out what's going to happen with her. She's going to be back in jail. And this court date is for when she had cut off her anklet monitor from way back then. So see, things follow you. They might not have told her anything about it before, but right when she got released and she thought everything was good, they said, but wait a minute, you had cut off an ankle monitor and mailed it back to us. So actually, we need you to come back. Christiana asked Tara, did you sleep with my husband? Tara said it almost happened. Tara said she almost kissed John because it felt right. I think that's what she said. It felt right, right? And Tara's just like, I don't know, you guys. Like, she has this like, yeah, it almost happened, so what? Like, okay, you did the same thing to me. And y'all, Christiana, I can't feel bad for you. I'm sorry, because when Tara says you slept with her boyfriend while she was asleep, and she said I was on the couch and they were on the floor. Not only did you sleep with her ex-boyfriend / baby daddy, you slept with him while she was in the same room while she was asleep. Didn't even have any type of thought process to be like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or like, if we're gonna do this, let's at least go, to the bathroom, or let's go in the room, or let's go in the car or something. But right there, right then and there, like, I don't want to feel bad for you because you hurt Tara first, and she's probably holding on to it because it's somebody she's attached to because she has a kid with him. Okay? Tara said, you only known John for 3 months. I knew him, my dude, for 15 years. Okay? Years compared to months. And she got a kid with him. Okay? According to you, Christian, she has a kid with him. Tara said, well, I'm out of the house now, so you good, but your man's shady, but he ain't, but he's sneaky, and you know, but you were just feeling him. Tara, you tried to kiss Chris a couple of weeks ago, Tara, before John told you had to get out the house. You were all over him, flirting with him, trying to kiss him, into him, saying you know his routines and you know he has feelings for you. She even told Christiana that John doesn't love her. I mean, just tell us that you want John all to yourself, Tara. Just tell us that, you know what, you don't deserve him. I do. Get out the picture. The kids know me. The family know me. They don't know you. You was in jail. Go back to jail and go back to prison and let me have John to myself. That's all you gotta say, Tara. Just say it. That's what you want to say, ain't it? I can feel it in your spirit. I can feel it. That's you just want to let it all out. I deserve him. You don't. Now get out of the way. Okay. Christina said, if you don't have trust, you don't have communication. You ain't got the way Christiana said that, I was like, oh, okay, all right, gangster. Okay, gangster girl. You better say it with your chest. Puff up your chest. If you ain't got trust and you ain't got communication, you ain't got I was like, oh, wow. Spoke to the gangster in my spirit. Okay, so we go back to Chevelle and Quaylon. And the police pull up right as Quaylon throws the phone on the ground. And as soon as the police pull up, Chevelle runs to her car. Basically, she wants to take off. She wants to leave because, you know, police, black people arguing. So she gets in the car, she closes the door, and the police officer's like, oh, you gotta get out. She's like, why I gotta get out? I ain't getting out. She's like, I'm about to take off. Y'all get out my way. I'm gonna run one of y'all over. But the producer's like, let me talk to her. She's like, oh, just come outside. And it's the whole thing of you have to comply. I don't know, and I wish to never, I don't want to ever be in this situation. Ever. I hope to God that I am never in a situation like this, similar to this, reciprocated of this, parallel to this, reflected of this. I don't want it, because that fear of, why are you guys here? I didn't call you. I'm okay. Just go. I'm okay. But then you're like, no, you have to get out because we have to make sure you're okay. But I'm telling you I'm okay. I guess it's in a way or in a sense to make sure that the supposed victim is safe and is not just saying it, you know, because somebody might be like, I'm okay, I'm fine. And then later on, it's like a phone call, 5 minutes, like, you know, something else and popped off. It's just that tense feeling like, oh my God, if I say no, it means no. That's what we are taught in school, right? No means no. When someone tells you no, it's no. So if I say I don't want to get out of the car, why are you telling me I have to? Like I said, I wish to never be in this situation. So basically, production had to turn off the cameras. Chevelle had to talk to the cops. And once I guess she was okay, they left. Let's keep in mind, Chevelle's already turned and angry right now, okay? So when the cops leave and Quaylon is doing his interview / confessional scene, and he's talking, Chevelle walks on over and is like, oh, you're not about to break up with me in front of national television. And, you know, first the security or production team was like, you have to get out of the car. Don't go nowhere. Let me talk to her. Chevelle, wait. Now they're yelling at you. Chevelle, get back in your car. Get back in your car, Chevelle. Do not drive. They've been listen. So she's like, no. And this is the thing. The man's talking his piece that they're asking him to give his opinion of what just happened. How do you feel? I can't be on a reality TV show. Okay, so how do you feel even though the cops just left 0.5 seconds ago and you probably want to take a breather, but I'm just going to be in your face. So how do you feel? I can't hear you. Can you speak a little louder? We're going to run that back. Hey, wait a minute. We're going to run that back. I can't. That having to be on reality TV seems like it's too much because people are in your face, okay, and they're all up in your business, and you're not allowed to be free because they're like, come back, you can't go there. What are you doing? And it's like, I just want to do me, okay. So he's doing the interview, and then she walks up, and he starts walking away, and SHAVEL is following him. At my age, I know when a man is hot, back up. Back up, okay? If he's mad, if he's angry, if he's like, leave me alone, don't. I used to do this when I was 23. Now I'm growing, I hope. In a sense, I am growing though. But the whole following someone around, I want to talk, why don't you want to talk to me? Talk to me. And the person's like, I don't want to talk right now. No, because if we don't talk right now, then I'm going to talk about it later. And I got something I want to get off my chest. But it's just, SHAVEL was following him, and she was like, she was nagging the man in his ear. You're upset, I'm upset. So we're going to start saying things. What did Quaylon say that hit the nerve, that pissed SHAVEL off? He said, I made you. SHAVEL was like, what? Like, she was pissed. And I think she was pushing Quaylon. And he said, don't put your hands on me. And here comes production. You are not allowed to put your hands. You cannot put your hands on him, SHAVEL. She just been getting yelled at this whole time. It's just so sad that you're the one getting yelled at and Quaylon's not getting yelled at. Okay? Quaylon was the one that was mad about what you did, but you act like you way more mad at Quaylon. It's like you want to beat Quaylon, man. I'm telling you, man. So he starts walking back the other way because he's like, you're making it physical and I don't want it physical. Don't put your hands on me now. Don't put your hands on me. That man was in prison for 17 years and he got out and this is what he's dealing with. I mean, it was his choice of what he chose to deal with, but who knows? Did he know what he was really getting into? We see Lacey, and I felt bad because Lacey said she had the epidural. She got a headache. They kept giving her medication. It wasn't working, so they did a CT scan, and there was a bubble from the epidural that was in Lacey's brain. She said brain or head. It was in her head, but they didn't want the bubble to travel because she might have a brain aneurysm. Things like that, huh? Things like that are creepy, you know? You go to the hospital for one thing. And let me tell y'all something. I went to the hospital because I had some pain. The emergency room doctor told me I needed to have my appendix removed. When the surgeon came down and he looked at me and saw I was just like, he's like, what did he ask me? He said, there's three things to let somebody know your appendix needs to be removed. A, you're in extreme pain that you can't even sit up. B, you're throwing up. And I think C was, I think it's diarrhea. But basically when the man saw me just like, and he didn't see me like this and bent over in extreme pain, like, okay, I can't take it. He said, wait a minute, I don't think you need your appendix removed. Oh yeah? And guess what? I didn't need it removed. Had to do a CT scan. Then they told me that the results weren't clear. They had to do a CT scan again and made me drink this nasty ass liquid, and I couldn't eat anything. I was on liquid, that one liquid, and whatever they were giving me in the IV. When you have insurance, they love you. Or you got insurance, we're gonna give you top notch. It's not even top notch. We're gonna tell your insurance you need A, B, and C, even though you might not need it. Yes, you're gonna need to stay overnight. I just came here for you guys to tell me what's wrong with me. I did not want to be admitted. Next thing I knew, I was in the hospital for what, 3 days? Because I went there, they admitted me, they did they did the scan. It wasn't clear, so I had to do another one the next day. Cigna paid for all that. I miss my Cigna. Cigna, you held me down. But then I just had a baby a couple months before, so I had met my deductible baby, so everything Cigna was paying for a child. Okay, so Lacey had the baby. Thank goodness, the baby's name is Summer Rain. And then, for the first time, I realized Shane is only 22 years of age. When I tell you I read the bottom of the screen, it says Shane, 22. No comment. John the convict is going out on a date with a young somebody. And who walks into the restaurant? It's this lady, hoochie, mama, night walker, whatever she is, named Julie. And Julie sounds like Lacey, and she looks a mess. He was talking about, you know, his past relationship. Julie was like, no past stuff. Shh. I said, that's sketchy. If you don't want to know nothing about somebody's past, that means that there's something in your past that you don't want that person to know. That was sketchy to me for someone to say, no, let's not talk about your past. I said, go stay in the past. I need to know what patterns you have. I need an idea of what happened in your past relationship to see where you stand and what's going on with you. If I'm telling you no past talk, if something pops up, I can't be like, well, you didn't tell me. Well, you told me no past. No past. Okay, no past situations, no past conversations. So if something happens, it ain't my fault because you told me don't do it. Also, y'all, when they played that playback and Lacey said, shut the fuck up, bitch, and she slapped John, I was like, oh, Lacey slapped John? See now, they made Lacey look like she was just this rough, aggressive, like trifling woman because she was in the car looking at him like he wasn't shit, and she was like, oh. She said, shut the fuck up, bitch. Oh my goodness. Like, maybe I need to go watch the old seasons because I was intrigued because I didn't know Lacey had it in her. So basically, Carrie comes back outside. Well, her name was Michelle. Okay. Carrie is just Michelle goes to talk to her in the bathroom. They come outside. Carrie apologizes. Like I said, I understand what Andre is saying. And the party continues. Andrea announces that her and the family are going to Ghana because she swears she's this African queen. Speaking of African queen, who was that lady that was at the party that we don't know her name, but she was dressed in African garb? Does she have a name? She doesn't want to be on camera? Okay. Andrea admits that she was in a bubble when she was in Utah. And Andrea also said she doesn't want to go back to Utah. Nyla said something that hit the nail on the head when she was like, these two white women trying to tell a black woman about their experiences. Yes, Nyla, you are aware. I'm happy you are. Because, like, ma'am, you can't tell me what I'm going through. Only I know what I'm going through. Amber moved out and got her own place, and she no longer lives with Puppy's mommy. She's living on her own now, and she's happy. Sammy meets her out on the bridge. Sammy creeps me out. I feel uncomfortable. Something about him is off. He calls Amber his heir, which, okay, fine. I mean, it's not like y'all didn't talk for 10 years or something like that. I mean, if somebody was your heir and you haven't spoken to them in 10 years, I mean, I think you would have been suffocated and dead by now. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a simpleton, right? But anyways, we see Puppy. Puppy is with her mom. And Puppy, like, get it together, Puppy. Get it together. Like, why are you so obsessed over Amber? Like, at this point, it's not even sad anymore. It's just pathetic. It's pathetic because it's like, even though I don't know what Amber said to Puppy or how it was, but we all know that Puppy did say a lot of people in jail are gay for stay, okay? And you knew that Amber had never been with a woman before. And you knew she was gonna get out. You started seeing how she was acting. She doesn't want to have a conversation with you. Yes, you're hurt, but to drink your life away and be so sad and depressed and like, wham, get it together, okay? How old is Puppy? I didn't look to see how old she is. Get it together, boo, man. Come on now. Come on now. You could be hurt, but not hurt, looking depressed and looking like your life is over. And I guess she's not the same person. No, Puppy, she's not gonna be the same person as she was in prison, because y'all were in prison. Y'all didn't have to pay rent. Y'all didn't have to pay for your food. Everything was given to you. You're in or prison behind bars, but you're fed. But where you're staying is funded. When you get out of jail, you gotta pay for your house. You gotta pay for food. You have to pay for a car. You have to move around. You have to do things. So it's not the same, because all you have is time in prison. When you get out in the real world, you ain't got that much time. And I don't think you understood it. And it's like, I don't think you were in jail your whole life to not understand that when you're on the outside, that there's stuff that has to be done. But hey, but she did say that Amber never really gave her a good explanation of the relationship that Amber had with Sammy. It was unhealthy, it was negative, and she doesn't think they're gonna last. And she's allowed to feel that way, because if you tell me that the person you were with was horrible and it wasn't good and y'all were fighting, she even said that they so dope he got jealous, and it was tumultuous, and all of a sudden y'all back in love and back together. Okay. So then we see Christiana get out of bed. Did she brush her teeth? Christiana, did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth before you did that? Okay. She goes downstairs. She makes some coffee. She goes to sit outside. And then John was like, oh, you did you sleep? She said, yes, I did sleep. I know. Christiana said, no, John, I barely slept. Do you have something you want to tell me? He said, no. Girl, you know how these men is. Okay. She said, about my sister. He said, what about your sister? What about your sister? So she basically tells him what Tara told her. That you guys were flirting. That she almost kissed you. Did she almost kiss you? He was like, I mean, yeah, she tried to, but it didn't happen. I never acted upon anything. But you're the one I'm married to. You know that F shit they be doing. Like, get away from me with this. Just be honest, people. Just be honest. Like, people make things so complicated and it could be so easy. Just be honest with people. Like, then they don't have to find stuff out that's going to mess up your relationship, because now the trust is broken. Okay? And plus, John is a repeat cheater, you know? But John the cheater said that Christiana was the first woman he hasn't cheated on yet. Okay? He has never cheated on Christiana. Never. Christiana tells him he only gets one chance, but I think they'll be fine. She wants so badly to stay clean because it's either life, death, or prison. Cynthia is staying to do treatment. And she tells that to Brittany. And Brittany said, yeah, you know, I've been doing a lot of, I've been focusing on you, and my man's complaining because I've been focused on you too much. And this video is going to be crap to edit because it's already 1 hour, 15 minutes. But my husband was tripping because he said that you took up all my time, and he's going to be excited to hear that. So when they're going to leave, y'all saw Gil trying to hug up on Cynthia. Gil, you would have got stabbed. See, I got a lot of work to do within myself. And I'm not perfect. And I have issues. Yes, I do. But I didn't like how he was just like, come here, Cynthia, I'll give you a hug. And she was like, wait. He's like, give me a hug. It's like, why you want a hug from your ex so bad, huh, Gil? Huh? You trying to hug up on her, squeeze up on her lumps? How did Fergie say it? Looking at my lumps. Goody goody gum drop. Later on a bit, that's a whole different song. Anything to religion, they say no, but I be careful, so I keep on shaking, and no, they ain't faking. Oh, there we go. My lumps, my lumps, my lumps, my lumps. You love my lady lumps. My hump, my hump, my hump. My humps, they got you. She's got me spending all my money on me and spending time on me. She's got me spending all your money on me, on me. What you gonna do with all that hump? All that hump inside that trunk. I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk for my hump. What you gonna do with all that ass inside them jeans? I'ma make you scream, make you scream, make you scream. Cause on my hump, my humps, my humps, my humps, my humps, my humps, my humps. You love my humps, my humps, my humps, my humps. That's enough. Looking at Cynthia's different mannerisms, how she talks, how she speaks, her reactions, I feel like Cynthia's stuck at an age that, I forgot where I got this from, but when trauma happens to you at a certain age, it makes you stuck in that age. And I don't know why seeing her in that little gift shop with Brittany touching that stuffed animal like that really pointed it out to me, because I was seeing it before, but it was really, really prevalent when she was petting the stuffed animal. Cynthia mentally is stuck in an age in her teens, because she's like, oh yeah, oh but yeah, like, oh yes, it's every scene, like when she was like, when they're gonna go see her mom, and she told Brittany, oh, I didn't know we were gonna go this morning. I'm gonna go. Like, it's just the way she talks, and it's like reciprocated role of Brittany's the mom and Cynthia's the child. I don't know if anybody else sees it, but I'm really, really feeling strongly like Cynthia has a progression she has to reach. And maybe that's why she couldn't be a mom, because even looking at her now, I think she relates to the kids. Like, she could play with the little grandkids because she's kind of like a kid in her head. Also, Marcelino admits that the trip was a successful trip, but he says don't tell his wife. So Quaylon gives Chevelle some props. He said that she was there for him when nobody was, and, you know, all that good stuff. He also says sometimes something could be a blessing or a lesson. He's done with it. It's too much. He would like to keep his relationship with Maila. That's what he wants, if he's allowed to. And he said he ain't got to go home, but he got to get out here because he doesn't have a home. Chevelle looks like a crazy Lifetime movie character. She was very, and I want to say it's dripped in guilt, because if you didn't do anything wrong, you wouldn't have to react this way. But when you know that you were wrong, and it's like it got out of control and it was no longer in her control. She had Quaylon, and the mind-boggling thing is this was the same day that Chevelle went dress shopping. This was the same day. So it was literally, she went dress shopping, her mom came through to pick up Maila, and then now she's no longer engaged. Never good to be sneaky. As a woman, us as women, we can't do sneaky stuff because it always looks worse when we do sneaky stuff. Like, it's a double standard, but men can't take what they dish out. When they do it, it's acceptable and we're supposed to be okay with it, but when we do it, they can't take it. It's too much. We ain't loyal, we ain't none, and we you know, all of the bad words. How long were you and Quaylon broken up before you went on a date with Jay? How many days had surpassed? How many weeks? You know, okay, fine. He left, you guys weren't talking, you guys were kind of broken up. That's the one thing. One person thinks we're together, the other person thinks we're broken up. Miscommunication. But you felt like you were single, you went on a date, you were going to tell Quaylon, but then now here comes Jay texting your phone. And you just gave Quaylon a hard time for Chi-Town. You know, It's kind of like his stuff is out and it's open, but yours is hidden in the dark. But the fact that she was just so like amped up, like crying and hysterical, take this thing off of me or I'm gonna walk off with it, because it's like, dang, and you don't go out of your way to do so much for someone. You don't. Because we've always been told, when a man doesn't respect a woman who gives him everything, or in a sense of who takes care of him. Because men are naturally the head. They like to feel like they're in control and they're the boss. I could understand, your man just came home, you bought him a car to get around. What would have been better is when he got home, you gave him a month or two to get into the groove of things. Because we have to remember, Quaylon was locked up for 17 years at the age of 17, if my memory serves me correct. So it's kind of selfish. At the same time, that's their conversation. To expect someone to get out of jail/prison, come home right away, and you guys are going to get married right away, and they're going to start paying bills right away. It's a process. If they're going to get home, they have to get adjusted, because Quaylon didn't have a driver's license when he got released. He didn't know how to drive, and he didn't have a driver's license because he went to jail/prison. I don't remember which one it was. Very, very young. At least one thing about Quaylon that I could say that I respect, he still want to be there for Maila because Maila calls him daddy. Like, I was frustrated when I first started reviewing this show. You allowed your daughter to call another man daddy, and I feel like that's something you don't do. If y'all were really married, stable, healthy, okay. But he just got out. While he was in prison, you were having her talk to him over the phone, calling what's my point? What's my point? SHAVEL is supposed to try for what you don't do. You don't be sneaky. You don't pick up some dude who's in jail and expect him to do this and this and that. You don't give everything all you've got. You don't give anyone all you've got. You give them some, and then you push them to do the rest. Because a man needs to feel in control. And even though in your head you're in control and you know how things are going, you're running things, you make him think he's running things. To a certain extent, to a certain degree, but not all the way. And of course, her crochets were bothering me. Michael calls Sarah to say that he's back. He meets up with Sarah and the kids. All of a sudden, Michael wants to be a family man. He's been saying that ever since he was at his mother's house a couple of episodes ago. Or was the last episode? And I don't remember how this happened, but the youngest daughter had the ring, and Sarah took it out the youngest daughter's hand, and she's like, what's this? And then Michael says he wants to marry Sarah again. He missed the family dynamic and everything, and it sounds so good. You missed the family dynamic. But do you want a marriage or an open marriage? Michael, what do you want? Do you want to have an open marriage where you can come home, be with your kids and wifey, and then you can leave for a couple of months or a couple of weeks and do your thing and then come back? There's too many diseases out there and sicknesses out there to be wanting to do that to your family, but okay. So Sarah's like, I don't know. I'm not giving him a final answer because who knows? We'll see how it goes. We'll take it day by day. And what a coincidence. What a coincidence. And this, knowing the story that came out last year, I wonder if it's going to be tied into the next season. Because Michael gets a phone call when he leaves Sarah and the kids from Maria, his ex-girlfriend. And there was a story that came out last year that Michael was arrested in Miami. And he was with Maria at that time. So now it's like, are we going to get to see Michael get arrested with Maria with the upcoming season, or are we not? Because now this is like, oh, this is prior to that. So this was taped a while back because, let's see, November of 2020, he had got arrested about this whole story about him leaving a kid abandoned, but it wasn't his kid, so it might have been Maria's kid. We don't know whose kid it was, but basically it's like, so this season was probably taped, well, yes, I think it was Corona, like early 2020. So maybe in the upcoming season, we're going to get to see how that played out with Michael getting arrested and leaving to go to Miami to be with Maria and all of that stuff. So that sparked up a fire in me, like, oh my God, speaking of Maria, he got arrested while he was in Miami. And in the last scene, it's Sean at this point. So Sean gets a phone call from Destiny. She's asking for money. He says no. He hangs up. Cool, whatever. He's going to take back his power from Destiny and whatever. Then he gets another phone call from another inmate. Now, he was talking to this inmate, Sarah. At the same time, he was talking to Destiny, but he chose to be with Destiny. Sarah's getting out in 6 months or 6 days, something with the number 6. It could be 6 weeks. And this got played by someone. It's okay. Be optimistic. Just because Destiny hurt you and used you and made you into her trick doesn't mean that Sarah, your new girl, is doing it. But it's like, I can't wait to see what happens. I cannot wait to see what happens. I hope we see what happens with Sarah and Sean. But Sean is goofy. You should be focusing on your kids, repairing your relationship with Grace, being a better dad. You know, hey, none of my business. To close out, Scott is single and living in the house that he bought for Lindsay, and production, you're wrong for that, but putting bought in quotation marks. Lindsay is facing up to 6 to 10 years in prison. Amber and Sammy are still together. Puppy is single. Chevelle and Quaylen are speaking again, and Quaylen is in Houston, and he's talking to, he's cool, he's on speaking terms with Miami. John and Christiana are working on their marriage, and they no longer talk to Tara. Michael left New York to go be with Maria in Miami. Marcelino is a full-time daddy taking care of the kids while Sarah is going to school for counseling, peer counseling. Cynthia didn't complete rehab and she's back in Las Vegas. Lacey and Shane are happy with their newborn baby and their family. John is clean and still dating Julie. Andre and the family are going to Ghana. Destiny is married and still asking Sean for money. And Sean is awaiting his new heartbreaker. And that was the season finale of Life After Lockup Season 3. This was episode 34, Life, Death, or Prison. I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though it was 2 hours too long. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. I think there's a new season coming in June, but that's going to be Love After Lockup. That's going to be new people. Thank you for watching my reviews of the show. I enjoy the show. It's exhilarating and exciting. Please come back for more. Please remember, I will be doing Married to Medicine and Delilah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. What was I saying? Have a great day. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for all the love. God bless. I'm Blue, and I'm out. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to show it some love. And until next time, you guys stay safe. Thank you.